First of all, you spoke when I was a boy what I wanted to be. I'm going to make you, to reveal you a secret. I wanted to be a writer. And so I have not yet given up. Maybe one day I can write something about what I have been experiencing as President of the Commission. One thing I want to tell you, in Portuguese, we say, see there is a Portuguese flag there. So I will say in Portuguese, and I will translate, it's a very common kind of a proverb. We say, quem corre por gosto não cansa. It means the one who runs because he likes it, he never gets tired. And this is my attitude. It's true that it's a very challenging job. A former commissioner, Chris Patton, said it's probably the most difficult job in the world, but I'm enjoying it. Because I feel it's a great privilege to be in such a position defending the European interest against stupid, narrow nationalism, promoting our values, trying to promote our values globally in the world, the values of freedom and solidarity. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of Europe. And I believe that what Europe brought to my country and to many other countries, we should be proud of it. So it's true, it's a very challenging job, sometimes with difficult moments. But I think when you enjoy, or I saw that you also enjoy being a professor, I'm sure that when you enjoy what you do, you don't get tired. And this is the great privilege that I hope that all of you will have, because you are in a great university. You have the possibilities one day of having a profession, I'm sure, something that you like to do. There are many people around the world, and also in Europe, that they have to work because they have to earn necessary for a living. So it is important that we do what we like. It's a difficult job, but there are many important rewards. The other day, since you compared and you referred to Guy Verhofstadt and Romano Prodi, the other day I was in Malta for the ceremony of the entry of Malta in the Euro area. And we are at the table, and the President of Malta asked Romano Prodi, what is more difficult, to be President of the Commission of Prime Minister of Italy? We had a discussion there, and we came to a conclusion. To be President of the Commission, it is very difficult, but there are two positions in Europe more difficult. Prime Minister of Italy and Prime Minister of Belgium. There is something in common, because the articulation of different situations, the compatibility, that culture of compromise, it's common. Today I was in the reception for New Year in the Royal Palace, where the director was there as well. His Majesty the King of Belgium and the Prime Minister, they referred to this, and it was interesting to note that a great part, I would say the most important part of their speeches was about Europe. And this is because Belgium keeps that natural vocation about Europe. I can tell that in most of our 27 member states, in a national day or in a reception for New Year, Europe is politely mentioned, but it's not the dominating theme of those speeches. Now, about the President of Council, you also mentioned it. Let me tell you my position very briefly. I think we need strong institutions in Europe. Some people believe that to have a strong Commission, we should not have a strong President of the Council. I don't agree with that. I think we need to have strong institutions, a strong Commission, a strong President of the Council, and a strong European Parliament. I believe in the institutional legitimacy of our Union. But of course the tasks are different. It is important that the President of the Council does not intervene in what are the competences of the Commission, the community things, that's for the Commission, the College and its President, and that the President of the Commission also cannot replace the President of the Council. So I'm not jealous in terms of, let's say, institutional competences. But it will be a very important thing, and I'm sure that you and your scholars will dedicate some articles to this that will be good for European studies. But let me tell you my impression now, because most likely, if everything goes well, it will be still in the mandate of this Commission. You will have a new President, a President of the Council, and a High Representative, Vice President of the Commission for the 1st of January of 2009. I am in favor of having a President of the Council. Why? Because look, now I have the experience of this. When we meet the Chinese, the Indian, the American, the Russian, what happens? Already in this capacity, I met, I think, President Putin 7 times. I mean, I met him 12 times, but in the regular summit, 7 times. He sees the President of the Commission, during 5 years, the same. But he has already seen 7 presidents of the Council. And so, we need some continuity. If you want to be credible, we need some continuity and some stability also in the Council. The Commission can give and defend the national interest. I'm sorry, the European interest. But it is the President of the Council that has to defend the combination of the national interest. And this I wanted to know. That's why I'm in favor of a strong President of the Council working in tandem with a Commission that fully represents the European community interest. But it is not for the Commission to deliver the cooperation of the Member States. Finally, it is important, as you said, and thank you for those remarks, sometimes we have in the Commission to be against some Member States, some governments. We have infringement procedures, we put proposals. It's impossible to have a proposal that is good and everybody is happy in the 27 Member States with so great diversity we have between our Member States. But I think, and the more I am in this job, the more I'm convinced that it's important that the Commission stands loyal to this idea of a European community interest. A European interest that is not the interest of the big or the small, the new or the old Member States. And that's why I want to tell that if we don't keep this, that will be the end of the European Union, or the European project as we have thought about it. It is important that the European Commission represents the general European interest and has the courage, if necessary, to say no to the big Member States or to the richest Member States or with any Member State. This is the indispensable point of balance, what I very often say, the honest broker for the European Union project as a whole. The European Commission is the central institution to reflect that. And we can say that. In the European Commission, we don't receive instructions. We listen to all the Member States continuously. But we don't receive instructions from any kind of countries or a group of countries. If we miss this, we will not understand what is the specificity of the European project. I'm happy to say this here in Ghent, because Belgium is indeed a country that has understood it since the beginning. The need to have a real independent commission that tries to do its best to defend a general European interest.